I mentioned in the introduction to style that one of the greatest misconceptions about art is the generally held notion that the best art is art which is the most easily understood. I will reiterate that this is still not true. Realism, in some ways, is art for beginners. In much the same way basic arithmetic is mathematics for beginners, and spoken language is the first step toward becoming literate. But until we are educated in the rules of grammar, in the case of art, the elements and principles of art and design, and expand our vocabulary, only then will we have the capacity to express and consume complex and abstract thoughts, such as those found in literature and other forms of art and intellectual discourse. I will begin exploring the four styles by comparing and contrasting the styles of realism and formalism. They are, in fact, almost visual opposites. I will start with realism. Realism is a picture of what we see. Objective accuracy, an accurate recording of what one sees, demonstrates the artist's interest in careful observation of the external world. Realism is the least intellectually challenging of the four styles, and the most popular by the society at large. Now, I say this because a lack of education and training in drawing in the visual arts has produced a majority of viewers who confuse art with craft and perceive the style of realism to be the most challenging, attributing the skill to talent and inspiration, believing that artists need no education or practice because they have talent and were born with a complete and finished set of skills. The same people who believe this nonsense think that there are no facts in art. It is all just subjective. The style of realism was developed in the Renaissance. Because of its popularity, functionality, and expedience, the style of realism, it could be said, never goes out of style. The medium most obviously associated with realism is photography, but artists have expressed pertinent ideas in the style of realism throughout history in all art forms. Remember, I said that realism is a picture of what we see. Well, formalism is different. Formalism is a picture of what we think. It's an image of an idea. This style is primarily about structure, order, and rules. It could be said that almost all works of art rest on a formal structure. The words design and composition reflect that idea. Works in this style are characterized by simplicity, geometric shapes and forms used to reflect abstract ideas of a formal nature, while these can echo the formulas in mathematics and logic. This style seems to reflect our desire for an intellectually perfect order, not found simply in the appearance of things. Formalism is actually the most intellectually challenging of the four styles and the least understood or appreciated. But formalism is, and has always been, the main style of all advanced cultures and civilizations. The most obvious example of formalism in the fine and applied arts is probably architecture, especially as characterized in the Greek orders. The archetype in painting would probably be the works of Piet Mondrian. Like mathematics and geometry, unlike realism, formal works of art are not easily understood without education, study, and instruction, as in understanding the meaning of the components of a flag. The flag of the United States is not a realistic image of the United States. It looks nothing like the United States. It is a visual representation for the United States. It is a symbol. We know what the colors, stripes, and stars stand for, not because it is self-evident, but because we were taught. The meaning of the components, the colors and the shapes, are imposed. The same goes for other formal works of art. Like a math equation, they are a construct of abstract symbols that have meaning only to those who have become educated in the specifics of that field of study. I like to use the work of Mondrian as an example. People look at a Mondrian and say, hey, anyone can do that. Well, yes, of course, and anyone can write down Einstein's formula for relativity. E equals mc squared. But we all realize that that formula is just a symbol for a very complicated idea. Formal works of art are the same. They are a simple abstraction or symbol for an idea, and about as easy to explain as Einstein's theory of relativity. Other examples can be found in the applied arts, like the Nike and Apple logos. Both are formal works of art that are symbols that represent the company and their products.